I know I mentioned this earlier, but I have been watching your stream since the very beginning, since I first got on Twitch. You know, like I think I just probably
remember you.
Yeah, like I just went on. I just went on one day, and I think I just typed like guitar or whatever, and you know, it was during the day, so you were online. And so I followed, and there's another person playing guitar, and then you're playing all these Metallica songs, and there's Kirk Hammett emotes, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This
I
found like my channel. I found like my channel. And I remember the first time that you came into my channel, like I was still on like I was just on a laptop. You like pulled up videos of me playing like my low res ass old school camera on your channel, was like, look at this guy, everyone, he's awesome. It was so like you were so supportive since day one. It was awesome.
Of course. I think this is one of the greatest things about Twitch, right? Everybody's so supportive. It's such a nice community that everybody helps each other out. When I first started out on Twitch, I had so much support from the music community. Matt was already here, just killing it. And he rated me uncountable times, like so many times. He rated my channel. He supported us so much. He brought even some of my mods, I guess, came with his raids, you know? So yeah, I love this about Twitch so much. And whenever I can, I love to retribute that. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool that way. And I mean, I want to talk a lot about Twitch a little later, but for now, I want to get back on track in your story. We were looking at these awesome photos. Should I go back to the pictures? We have so many pictures.
I think there's just some from Alkoholika now. So yeah.
So what happens after these open stage jams? You finish with that band, you're jamming at open stages. What when does Alkoholika come into place? Is there another band before it, or is this the next thing you do?
Yeah, that was exactly after Scarlet Circle. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go for it. I really want to explore, and actually, those dudes invited me to play in Alkoholika, and the first time I rejected because I didn't see myself as a lead guitar player, and they wanted me to play Kirk Hammett solos, and I was like, holy shit, no way, I can't play Kirk solos. They're so hard. Absolutely not. I cannot do it. I'm sorry. I'm not a shredder, and I rejected the first time they called me to join a band. And then later on, I was like, I don't know, a couple of months or even 5 months later. So I was like thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him. I want to make this year a complete yes. I want to go and follow the flow of opportunities that arrive. And if they accept me, I'm gonna try so hard to learn those solos. They're freaking hard. Some of them are super hard until this day for me. But I really decided doing that and going for it and really trying my best to learn the solos. And I talked to them. One of them is the creator of the open stage event, like the bass player. Cool. So he was already my friend, and I was like, you know, I really want to be part of it, but you gotta have patience with me. And he was like, absolutely, no problem. Let's take it easy. You start learning the songs, and yeah, we take it slow. And then we started learning, I started learning because they knew every Metallica song ever. So it's also nice when you were into a band that you were not the best or the most experienced, because you can learn so much from the other players, you know? Right. That was really nice. I think Alkoholika really helped me out a lot, because some Metallica songs are quite complex, and I had to learn a lot of them for the band, and they helped me out a lot. The singer right there, he's a guitar teacher, so I received a ton of tips from him, from Rob Rotten. So it was super cool in a lot of ways to be playing this cover band. And I really suggest people who are starting out or want to evolve in the instrument or in their skills. A cover band is a good way to also go for it.
Not only did you just have a Metallica cover band, you had a Metallica cover band with the best Metallica cover band name ever, which was Alkoholika.
I know.
Yeah.
And I know there's a Canadian Alkoholika, right?
Well,
with C's, actually.
It's got to be the most popular Metallica band name if you're into the early shit. My friends have one here that's called Liquor Messiah. That one's good too.
Yeah, I got in a band. They already had the name, but
That's a
my
great
friend,
name.
yeah, I know. And the bass player of the band told me that they had a ton of trouble, like getting concerts in some places because of the name. Because Alkoholika is a bit tough, especially in Germany. So we're like, it's a bit hard sometimes, but it's a fun name. I like it.
It's
I really like the
awesome.
vibes in the band.
It's awesome. And that
Yeah,
guitar.
absolutely.
So this guitar you're playing was the first guitar like I saw you playing on Twitch. And I remember being blown away by it. And it gives me like instant Judas Priest vibes. And you told me it's actually custom.
Yeah, so this guitar and a couple of other guitars that I played on stream, they were all borrowed. They weren't my guitars. So this guitar right there is from the bass player, also from Alkoholika and the creator of the open stage. And he was like, "Okay, do you need a better guitar? Because I have this one. I'm not using it. Go for it." And since I was playing on Twitch and I was playing Alkoholika, I was using Twitch to learn a lot of Metallica songs. So we had like a ton of Mondays and Fridays for jamming Metallica. And I think that really helped me out with the band because I had the time on stream to learn the songs, to practice the songs, and having those guitars available to play. And also not only those, but also like I had another one. It was Kirk Hammett's signature guitar as well from the same dude.
Nice. Oh, he had all these cool guitars.
Yeah, all the cool guitars. I have good friends, I must say.
I remember your learning streams and you're learning Metallica songs. Was it all of it from scratch? Like I know you were a Metallica fan when you were younger, but was all of it from scratch, or did you know a bunch of these songs to begin with?
Oh man, I think I knew like from YouTube. I posted on YouTube. I think I posted Full Horseman, Seek and Destroy, or something like this. Like I knew like 3 to 4 songs, and then suddenly I had to learn something like Blackened, Battery and things like this. Yeah. And I was like, oof, that's really, really hard, man. And then the boys were really sweet. They were really patient. They were like, okay, take it easy. We're gonna learn in your pace. You can learn your own pace, and we're gonna go from there. So yeah, a couple of the first concerts, the set weren't that nice, or a bit boring. But later on, I picked some cool songs as well. It was fun. We had a cool set. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember those Monday Metallica Monday
Yeah,
streams.
and I'm so happy that I took this opportunity. Nowadays I look back and I was like, I know why I was so scared of saying yes and not being able to deliver. I think like when you're about to do something you've never done before, it can be so scary, right? Like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can make those solos happen. But then slowly but surely I started to be able to play some songs and yeah, got better in my stage presence, in my skills. It was really cool, and we play a bunch of concerts. Yeah,
that's so cool. That's a really awesome feeling. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Alkoholika? You said you played, you did a lot of fun gigs. The set you picked fun songs for the set list. What happens then? Eventually you stop doing Alkoholika and you start putting all your focus into original music.
So yeah, I was playing with Alkoholika and doing Twitch, and back in my mind, I was like, okay, I really want to get into my original music, but with all of those things, I didn't get much time to really get into writing my own stuff, and also with the YouTube channel and posting covers and all of that. And then there's this one event that I went that really shifted things to me. It was Metal Days in Slovenia in 2019.
Yes, we talked about this. That is the best festival ever. Yeah.
That festival, guys. God, I love festivals. I love my festivals. I love my concerts, but Metal Days was absolutely the best one I've ever been. It's amazing. It's beautiful. The place is paradise. Like they have the sun, they have the water, the river, they have the cool bands, and the vibes are so chill and laid back. It's like a smaller festival. It's not like those super big that you have to get a line for everything. It's super chill, super chill.
The Metal Days is amazing. I saw. Well, we played one year, and Bolzer played too. That band, that black metal band, Bolzer.
So cool.
Their shows are hard to see where I live, so it was very exciting. That was a big deal for me.
Oh, that's super
Slovenia,
cool.
man.
I get to know so many cool bands. Alien Weaponry, I watched for the
yeah.
first time there. And also, I don't know if you know this band. It's from France. It's called Rise of the North Star. I saw that for the first time as well. It was super nice. So I got to meet a ton of new bands, and I was like, holy shit, they even have like this thing that if you were in the festival, you can apply your own band, you know, and maybe you can get to play in the next edition of the Metal Days, like of course, like in a smaller stage, but still, I thought that was so cool to have an opportunity to do so. And then after that festival, so excited, I was like, you know what? I was talking with Murilo. I was like, you know, we should get back to the idea of having our own band. You know, you play the drums so well, and I play the guitar, and you know, I could learn how to sing. I could learn how to scream, and we could have our own band, you know? And also because bands are hard, as we talked about before, I didn't really want to be searching for a vocalist and depending on a vocalist to move forward, you know? Right. So I really decided to go for it and learn how to sing and scream and start this project. Yeah. It was after Metal Days.
That's so cool that festival... Your sources of inspiration are very cool throughout when we've been talking all night. The things that inspire you, you get motivated and you do them. And so I guess learning how to sing and scream properly and start your own project turns into what we're looking at here, Nungara.
I even had this name already back from Brazil in the back of my head, and I was like, this name is so cool because it means equal or the same, and it comes from Tupi Guarani, which is like Brazilian native language. And I was like, okay, I want one word. I really wanted one word that could deliver the job, you know, and maybe would trace back to my roots to Brazil. So I thought Nungara would be super like a cool name. Nungara, exactly, Marisa. Yeah, you guys like it. The logo was also made by a Brazilian designer. And yeah, it feels so nice now to have like a proper logo, and we got the bass player later on. Everyone's
saying that they like the lettering as well. The logo looks very cool. Who did that?
So I come from Brazil, the northeast of Brazil, and close to my city there's Recife, which is quite of a big city, the city from my mom.
Recife.
And there's Recife, yes.
Recife.
Do you know Recife?
Yeah, I think I'm playing there in March.
No way! I went to so many concerts in Recife because nobody would come to my city, which is João Pessoa. The graphic designer who did that logo is from Recife. So I hired him because I wanted somebody from Brazil, and I wanted to have somebody from Brazil involved in this, you know? So yeah, I'm really happy how it turned out. And I really like him because he was also used to play drums as well back in the days, you know? Part of the metal scene as well.
That's awesome. So you have all this, you know, desire to finally get this project going, and now you've got the chops. You've been playing, you know, learning Black End and Battery, and your guitar playing's there and your singing's there. How do things start going with this band right away? Do you start writing tons and tons of songs, or how does the you know, the early stages of putting the band together go?
All right, so damn, that was like a slow one for me because one thing is to be just a guitar player, right? When you're just a guitar player, you have your job to just like make those riffs and, you know, do those solos, and that's it. And then suddenly I had a whole concept of a band to create and to see what we wanted to talk about, what we are up for, what is our message, how we want to sound like, what is it that we're looking for with this band. So and also like my vocals, I was still just learning how to sing and scream, how to fit my voice in riffs and all of that. So it was a bit crazy, especially in the beginning. And not only in the beginning, I think the last year was really the year for for us to kind of figure it out what we want to do with the band. Like how is it that we want to sound? And it took a long time to get to songs that we thought that would make sense together, you know? Because a lot of songs, like, they're fun to play, but they don't belong with the band. So yeah, it took a little while actually to figure out what we're all about and to start writing songs and finishing songs. Something quite hard for me. I start hundreds of songs, but I barely finished them.
It's good to have, work in progress, just to have songs. A lot of songs half done is actually, I think, a really cool position to be in as a creative, because then sometimes two ideas turn into one and complement two half ideas, complement each other very well to make one full idea. You get some really good song concepts like that if you have lots of stuff. Yeah. I think having unfinished songs is very cool. You can always pull from them to make something complete, your favorite parts of each. I love that approach.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Yeah. Maybe I should try doing that.
Maybe that'll help you finish them.
Yeah, because sometimes I get to a song and I feel like I like how it starts, but then I don't know how to end it. Or even I start like composing a song, and then even though it's super fun to play, like, oh my gosh, I love those riffs, but then I look to the other songs and to what I want the band to sound like, and then it doesn't really fit. Because as you can see, I don't think Nungara is thrash metal, for example, but a lot of my influences come from thrash metal. And for me, it's really hard not to play thrash metal. I have to consciously, like, don't go to that thrash metal riff, you know? It's hard. Yeah. So it's a lot. It's already in my hands, you know. When you are for so long playing a style, it really translates, and I think you can still see that in a lot of Nungara songs, but it's not what we were going for. So this is why I think it's a bit hard for me. A lot of songs were just like a good start, but yeah, it doesn't belong to this band, you know?
That makes total sense. You got to, keep
find the identity, right?
Absolutely. And keep, just because you like something and you do it well doesn't mean it has to be part of an identity of another project. You can use different parts of your musical identity and lend them to different projects and have a varied catalog. Just because you played Kirk Hammett solos and James Hetfield riffs all day doesn't mean that Nungara has to be about that. Keep going.
Crispy, thank you so much. Hot move. Is that it? My dude, my dog.
So you're gonna do me, so I get to do you now. Hey, I'll be back. I gotta pee real bad. I'll be back.
This is so me. Holy shit, guys. P modes in chat right now. Throw them out.
Let's get the P modes in the chat. That's right.
Guys, I hope you don't feel very uncomfortable with a lot of P droplets in chat. Internal joke. Let me tell you, a lot of streamers here on Twitch really avoid like getting breaks or going to pee or whatever. And I know a bunch of streamers who like don't pause at all, don't have any breaks. And I'm like, how can people do that? In my streams, it's such a joke because I have to pee so often, and I had to do a pee mode. It became a thing.
So let's talk about Twitch, because I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to have a P mode, and to outside of Twitch, it might seem ludicrous, but it kind of makes sense to someone who does Twitch because it's a community thing. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Twitch? I know you said you got on in 2019. You want to tell me maybe what inspired you to get on, who pushed you to do it, and the early stages of building your community on Twitch?
So I started looking at Twitch. I don't know how I came up on Twitch, but I remember I saw a couple of musicians doing live streams. I remember Matt Hafey was doing it. Adumbi was also a guitar player, but I don't know if you know her. She's from Norway, and she used to do YouTube as well, like doing covers and all of that. Yeah, exactly. And then she moved into Twitch, and she was doing guitar streams here. So yeah, and then I saw there was a lot of musicians building like communities and streaming music on Twitch, and I was like, wow, that's so fascinating. Like the connection you have with the audience is so much closer and seems to be so much stronger than on YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I I would love to do that. I really like chatting with people. And I feel like on YouTube, like when you do covers, and like back in the day, there weren't a lot of community based or so. Like for me, at least, was more like releasing a cover and then chatting a bit on comments, and that was it, you know? And then when I started streaming, I really started out like following tutorials and reaching out to some people. I think Adam B really helped me too in the beginning, setting things up and all of that. And then when I started, like, it was such a change for me, like from what I was doing before with YouTube, coming to Twitch and getting to actually talk with them in real time. And then afterwards building up like a server on Discord and bringing the community to there as well, you know. And they were all so important in every step of my way since I started out. Like, they've been following me. Some of them are following me since Alkoholika. They watch me play, not only play concerts live that I also live stream, but like learning songs to playing on stage. I received a lot of support from the community since the beginning. It was amazing, and sharing my journey became like such a crazy experience that I never thought people would be interested like this, you know, into like seeing somebody coming from like, I don't know what I am doing, how to play a Kirk Hammett solo, and then playing it on the stage and streaming this for a lot of amazing people. That was a whole experience. Yes. And it is up until this date, especially now with my original band, you know, I receive so much support. It's crazy. Dude,
that is so cool. I feel like I've been watching you since early 2020. Like I've even personally seen your channel evolve so much, and so much of your Twitch journey. I was kind of telling you this before we went live, and I think this is interesting to bring up with the chat now, especially because of what time it is. This is not your normal streaming time. Like, you stream to a European clock. So when I watch you, I'm normally just waking up. Like, it's very early for me, and I'm like just having a coffee and sitting down, and you're like usually like already an hour into your stream. Like, it's crazy. So for you, you know, for you to be able to have your European audience that's used to streaming in the day show up in full force like this this evening. Yeah, I know. Yes. It's crazy. It's really cool to have you on Twitch at this hour. Guys, yeah, Noelle's on Twitch at like 3 in the morning in Germany, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's already 3:46, and I have to thank so much my community. I know some of you guys are in the same time zone as me. You're adorable. Thank you for being here. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's the coolest. So once you kind of like, I know you were already doing content creation on YouTube prior to when you were doing on Twitch. So in terms of like the tech element of learning Twitch, in terms of guitar tones, like what did you start using, and how did you kind of set up your guitar first versus how do you do it now?
So I started using on Twitch. I started with my trusty ME80 Boss pedal. It's a multi-effect pedal, which has a USB output and a cab simulator on it. So I didn't really have to have an amplifier together with this pedal. It was doing absolutely everything. And I was like, you know what? It's perfect because I can connect it directly with USB on my computer, and then I can send it to OBS, and that's it. All I have to do. And then I started the simplest way possible with this pedal and with background music and just playing guitar and chatting about my musical journey and learning songs and all of that. And then slowly but surely, chat helped me out so much. This, guys, I have no words to thank them because they improved so much my gear, like in so many ways. I had now I have like I have a mixer, I have this mic, I have pedals and everything. It's because of chat. So guys, thank you so much. This community is absolutely insane. Now I use a mixer and I send everything to the mixer, which makes everything like really, really nice and easy to connect. So I have, I started singing on Twitch as well. So I have this mic connected to a vocal pedal, which brings me very interesting
types of sounds.
What?
Right, chat.
So yeah, I can have the. I know. You're not expecting that.
Wow.
That was crispy. It's fucking terrifying. I know. This is something you can redeem in my chat, by the way. My robot voice. Anyway, yeah, so I have the pedal. I have a pedal. I have now a Line 6 Pod Go, which is the pedal I use for the guitar. Chat is cracking now.
That was terrifying.
You think so?
I can't do this. It's too good to be true, I know. That is like, what the hell, Noelle? Not here. Okay, stop. But yeah, I really like this because I can also do, for example, this. Wow.
Yeah, that's the voice. That's your stream voice.
Yeah, I have now a Line 6 Pod Go, which is what you're hearing right now, what I'm using. It has the, it's pretty cool. Has wow. It has pretty cool delay and reverb, and then everything is in here. And since it's a cab
simulator.
Exactly. I don't need an amplifier for that. It's really fun because now I can have a ton of cool stuff that I didn't used to have because the community was so supportive. And now I use everything going to the mixer. My microphone goes to the vocal pedal and goes to the mixer, and the guitar goes to the Line 6 Pod Go and go to the mixer too. And everything goes to Streamlabs OBS.
That's why you were so easy to set up with today. That's why you didn't need any of the digital mixers because you have an analog mixer. Like the program program I told you to download is just a digital mixer. Like you have an analog mixer, you're good.
Yeah. And then I put my songs today on my phone. This is why I had to put it up during one of the songs. So I put everything here, and this is connected to the mixer as well. So everything's going to Zoom through my mixer,
on
which
one
makes
line.
things
That's
so
great.
easy.
Yeah, that's so
great,
so great,
right?
so great.
You don't use a mixer yourself?
The way I do it, I use that digital mixer. I use Voice Meter. So I have two different interfaces, I guess, with different things in them, and everything else and all my computer input and output sources all go live in the brain of Voice Meter, and then it's just a mixer. It really is just a mixer. It's just digital instead of having one on my desk in front of me.
Oh, that's sweet as well. Yeah, really cool.
It's a good program, and it's like free until you make a very reasonable payment, like a donation that they it's like donateware or whatever. It's like really reasonable to get the full version of it, and it's great. It works so well.
Nice. I should check it out.
Yeah,
for volumes and stuff for the levels, right? Super easy.
It's super easy. And I mean, if you're ever in a situation where you can't have a big mixer on your desk anymore, this is just it's all in the computer. It's great for travel.
Perfect.
It's good for travel rig as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good idea. I should try it out.
Noelle, thank you so much for coming and being a guest.
Daniel, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And chat, thank you so much for all the biddies, for all the hype trains. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Noelle, thank you so much for the hang and for playing us those exclusive songs and your first ever video interview. It's really exciting. I can't wait to see you in chat. Guys, again, follow Noelle. This has been another incredible episode of Defender of the Riff. Thy Riff has been defended. Noelle, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Daniel, so much for today. Thank you, man.